So, hello everyone, and welcome to our 10th Zuki empowering session. Imagine that, how time really has flown, and yes, number 10 is on its way today. So, what can you expect today? It's again under our motto, Find Your Freedom, because our guest speaker Monika is still here with us. And I think this saying by Arvo Pärt, who is a contemporary composer, can be the guiding motto of our session today. I'm sure Monika will agree.
Yes, totally.
And our agenda is as follows. First of all, dear coaches, the stage will be yours, and you will give us your feedback on your experiences with emotional freedom technique and yes solution. Remember, that was your homework for today, just to try this out. But don't worry, just tell us what has worked, what has not worked. And then Monika will take over and will maybe pick up from where you stopped last time, Monika, and then give new input on how to use and improve your voice to become a self-confident speaker. And we are really looking forward to learning from Monika here. And last but not least, there will be time for discussion, for your homework, for your next session, and your oral feedback on this session. Please be prepared to say 1 or 2 sentences how you experienced today's session, and to give us your feedback straight away. And before we start, I would like to remind you of our guest speaker today, and also to welcome 2 new people in our group who have not been here yet. I will welcome them later on, Ella and Shika. And you have not seen this background presentation last time of Monika. So this is our guest speaker, Monika, who is so versatile, who has so many talents. And I have kept from last presentation this input, because it was this very input that raised the most impressive feedback for you, Monika. You admitted that you were very shy as a child, and you grew up into this impressive personality. And I think this is really what impressed our coaches most.
I love the eye.
And also that you managed to juggle career and your fantastic kid, your son Noah, and you continued your career being a mother as well. And also this very impressive statement of yours that you learned to make conversations with God. And last but not least, Monika has been a vocal coach for young talents for more than 20 years now. And now in this session, in the previous session, you are a vocal coach for our fantastic Zuki Indian group here. And
don't panic, you don't have to sing.
Yeah. And I have learned, I'm going to surprise you. I think this really deserves this here. No, it does not. Oh, it does not. Sorry. I was wanting to give you a confetti rain here, but today it doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so, but I will stop this here now briefly, because as I said, we would like to welcome Shika, who is here for the first time. Aren't you, Shika? So nice to see you here. You have in this group. And Ella. And Claudia, can you please quickly take over and explain and introduce Ella, or maybe Ella, would you like to introduce yourself? Whatever is more
First,
convenient.
I would like to start with Shika. Everybody knows
Yes.
here, of course. So Shika, but you know, the ones of Austria, the Austrian part doesn't know you so well. Maybe you can say some words, what you are doing in our Zuki family, what you are taking care of. You are with us for so many years already. Shika, some words about you, yourself.
I'm Shika Dotto, sponsorship coordinator of Zuki. and I am working with Zuki and Missionaries of the World since 2010.
2010, so 11 years.
11 years.
Yes, and you are
now I am associated with the sponsorship, especially the older kids, those who are already out of the school after class 12.
yes. So everybody here is under your guidance also. You're the one in Kolkata who is taking care of them. And Ella, you are with us with Zuki very recently. We met at a dinner in a friend's house, and you told me you would like to do some volunteer work. And you have a very exciting job. I think many of our coaches are very interested in that. You work with an airline. You are a stewardess.
Yes.
For Lufthansa, the biggest German airline. Maybe you can speak a little bit about yourself and your job.
Well, thank you, Claudia. Hello, everyone. Well, Ella is my name, and I'm working for Lufthansa since almost 30 years now as a attendant. And I've seen many places, different places on Earth. I traveled a lot to New Delhi and Bombay, which I really liked. And I also been to the United States, of course, and some other areas in Asia. And it's quite a job where you have to be flexible. You have to work during nights. You have to meet different people all over the world. So that's my kind of job.
And you have to be good in English. So having to speak more languages, I suppose, than English.
I do know some Spanish. So some have to speak in Spain. So I have to speak Spanish. Sorry, and I'm a little nervous now. And I learned years ago, and I try to catch up with it, but it doesn't really work quite well at that point. But it's nice, yes. But the English we speak on board, it's an international language. It's not like the British English or the US English. It's just a mixture of all languages in English. Every country has their own words and meaning for it. So I hope, and I apologize if there's some word you don't understand. It's just the international English, whatever.
Yes. Okay, so thanks for joining us, Ella, and for being with us and for working for Zuki. And I hand over to Louise again.
Yes. Okay, yes, let's go back where we stopped. What does it say here? Website nicht. Okay, sorry. I have to start again. Here we are. Okay. Yes, you know, a cup of tea last time. Relax, that means we meet each other on a very relaxed basis. And now you share your experiences with us. How did this work? How did your homework work? Where you tried emotional freedom technique or Yes Solution. Can you please now tell us your experiences? And as usual, everyone wants to speak at the same time, of course, yeah? So that's why I'm the one who will be the organizer. And it's very easy for me because next to me here on my screen, there is Moidel smiling into the camera. So Moidel, could you please be the first one and share your experience with us? So, please don't disappear. What has happened? So Moidel, I think, wanted to, maybe he pressed the wrong button and threw himself out. If not, the next, okay, so I don't know, maybe there's a technical problem. So Azad, can you be the next one? You're the next in line here. I don't know if we have the same screen, so I ask you to unmute your microphone and tell us, what did you try? I'll tell it to Monika. I'm now just a moderator, you know, assigning people to talk.
Hi everyone. Thanks, Monika, for the good suggestion. Last time we both practiced during the session. and it was really helpful for me. I tried several times because maximum time whenever I sit or do something, at point of time my concentration gets low because of my some I mean sometime I have a back pain, while sitting for more than some hour. So I tried to follow your instruction that release root cause now. It was like a game like kind of things I was trying a lot, and it was like a circulation and a circling like way. It's getting changes, and it's getting, I mean, going away, and finally, when I am in a relax, I can again concentrate. So this is the way I can continue this, and it was a good advice, and yes, I followed that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you tried the EFT, you mean the tapping. You tried the tapping.
Yes, yes, I like this.
That's the easiest one. Great. Don't ever change and don't ever stop, because it's just doing it, so there you can't do anything wrong. That's the good thing about. Great.
Great. Okay, so the next in line here is Ram. No, let's have Samrat, because your camera is on. Samrat Patra, can you be so kind as to take over?
Hi. As I have tried that tapping, means body tapping one, means it helped me releasing my fearness, and also when I'm nervous while speaking to someone. So the tapping system, body tapping system, helped me a lot. It releases some pressure from my mental pressures.
But Samrat, how do you handle it then? When you speak to someone, then you do the tapping somehow secret?
Just like in the hand.
Yeah. So he doesn't
one.
see or she. I see. Okay.
And hand and fingers, that is something really easy. You can hide with. It's just like,
yes, that one I tried.
That's a good one. Great.
Okay.
Don't forget the speaking also afterwards. So you can, if you have it in reaction, it's okay. But then again, when you have the possibility to do it again alone, so go with the sentence also, just to get it really 100%.
You mean this release root cause? Yes.
No. Also, the tapping means also you have to speak the sentence. Of course, this is the same kind of model, but just to be then concrete and focused on that also.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I have got Raju next in line here. Hello, Raju. Could you be the next one and tell us what you experienced?
Hello, everyone. Just a few days before, I had a online presentation, a small kind of. There was a presentation arranged in our college. So, before attending the presentation, I had to prepare. So usually, sometimes before presenting myself, I get nervous because in front of the teacher, then there will be another senior teachers. So where before presenting, I just made the presentation topic PPT. Then I had to think how to present it. Then as I said, I get usually sometimes nervous. So I tried this method, tapping method. Since I imagined my teachers and all. Since I try to decrease the fear. I tapped in some above the eyebrow, and tried to decrease my fear, and I found that continuously doing in some areas like eyebrows, then chest. Some fears were decreased, and I was able to perform quite well in the presentation.
Cool. Cool. Well
Fantastic.
done.
Great
Yeah.
one. Did you already also had a sentence for that? Just
Yes,
yeah.
yes, release root cause.
Uh-huh. Okay, Monica, or if it's okay, can I do a little storytelling here? Because I see you're because you're talking of this sentence, and there was one situation in Vienna where I deeply experienced how well this works. You see, my grandchildren have moved away, and I had 7 years with them together in Vienna, where on a regular basis I met them. And little Thea was born in Vienna, and whenever we would listen to a singer in the underground station somewhere, we would go there, rush there, stand there, and watch him or her. So I was there, you know, crossing this underground station, and suddenly I heard a beautiful female voice. And there was this impulse, hey, come on, Theo, let's go over and listen to her. And I suddenly realized there is no Theo here any longer. And I could not help it. But, you know, the tears were streaming from my eyes. I just couldn't help it. So what did Louisa do? She thought of Monica. And this is what helps me so much. I had this, you know, you told us this at the beginning, to massage this point here and to say this sentence. Although I'm now so sad and so deeply sorry, and I'm missing my grandchildren so much, I still appreciate, value, and love myself. This is the sentence. This, for me, is the magic sentence of the whole exercise. And yeah, when I went up the escalator, I still kept doing that. And by the time I arrived upstairs, I was completely at ease and said, that's life. If it didn't hurt, it would not have been nice before. So it was okay that it hurts. So that was a little storytelling from me. And maybe if you also have stories like that, please do share how it actually helped you. Okay, thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Louisa. Fantastic. It doesn't, it's just the focus on that and the behavior of yourself, the leading, and this meridian, the nerves combine that with the sentence. This is it. And if you do that before, it's just because you accept yourself. And this is just to release again whatever it is about, your sadness. And then you go start on tapping with my sadness because my grandchildren is not here anymore. My sadness. But before, that's totally right, is the basic and the great one to say, okay, although I'm sad about what you did. So it's so huge. So wow, I'm impressed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Glad that it helped.
Okay. And next in line, now I see Anuradha on my screen here. Would you be so kind as to share your story with us? Have you got a story?
Yes. Last week I was having my Viva exam. Though I was prepared well, I was not confident. So at that point of time, I thought of using that yes solution. So it really did work. Root cause, release root cause. So I after that I felt to be confident, and the exam went well.
Wow.
So it worked like a magic. Thank you.
Hey, cool.
Cool. So cool. So you can't do anything wrong. That's a good thing about it.
Okay, so can I ask everyone please to switch on your cameras because we need your cameras. Yeah, thank you. So Karubi, hello Karubi, nice to see you. Did you have any chance to try this out? Any experiences you made? Hang on. Your microphone. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, hello to Monika, because this is my first time I'm talking with you. Last time I was absent due to my final exams in my makeup course. So I don't know about last time what happened, but little bit story I want to say that before exam I was very nervous that what will happen and what I'm going to do, because there was a big model in front of me and I have to put a makeup on his face, on her face. So I thought that maybe if I did any mistake, then her face will be looking different. So what I did before nervous, my hand used to shaking. So what I did, I used to rub my hand like this way, and I take a long breath, and then I relaxed, and then I did my job. And yes, after exam, I got second position. So this is the story.
Cool.
Great. So
Congratulations, Karobi. She was doing a course for becoming a makeup artist, and so now you made your final exam and everything went well.
Cool. Yes, and Karobi, if you are interested in this magic technique, you can watch the recording of our last session and watch Monika explaining it to us.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good. Thank you. So Biswajit, hello, nice to see you. How did it go?
Good evening, Luis. Fine. And you?
Tell us. Fine.
Okay.
Now tell us your experience. Thank you.
Okay. At previous Friday, when I entered the data with my account, sir, and this is the final data entry, and I got fair. And that time I thought the Monika's method, and it's converted my way and tapping the hand on my chest, and that I say that you can do that. You can do that. By that way, I can reduce my fear.
Good. Yes, short, but exactly to the point. Thank you, Biswajit. And I cannot see any cameras, please. Cameras on. Because, Tinku is first time here. Who was here last time?
All the others. Tinku is the only one who joined in.
Okay. So, what about you, Moidul? Are you here now? I can ask him to unmute. Maybe he reacts. No, he does not. Otherwise, let's go on to Jagat. Sanat. Yes. Hello, Sanat.
Hi.
Can you please tell us about your experiences?
Hi. First of all, good evening to everyone. I had a very bad experience last week. I was not in fear. I was in a very angry mood because in our India system, if we apply for voter ID, that is voter identification, that time after 18 it should apply, and after 18 if you apply, you are eligible to vote. Okay. So I went to BDO office. The Panchayat type in our area. In there I went, and the place was so dirty. Was smoking, and some street where they tobacco over there, and the cup of coffee, tea, always there, and they were not talking properly. And I was talking with them inside me I was very angry that I want to hit them. But this place was so dirty, and this is a government place. Most definitely a government place. I was inside me, I was angry, but outside I was cooling, I was tapping my feet like this. I need my documents, so I have to behave with them very carefully, very politely and calmly.
It was really difficult to understand you. The quality was not very good. I could only guess. What I got was, the gist of it is, there was a situation where you became really angry and it helped you to become more relaxed. Is that the point? Was that what it all boils down to, Sanat?
No, 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 no.
No? Oh, sorry. Maybe Claudia, did you understand it better?
No, I did not really understand.
Sanat, I have a suggestion to make. Maybe can you just leave your audio on and switch off your camera while you speak? We now have seen you speaking. We know what you look like. Maybe if you switch off your camera and tell us in very short sentences the situation again, and then we will understand it. Would that be okay? Try.
Now you can hear me properly.
Okay, just in a nutshell, Sanat, what was the situation and how did it help you?
The situation was very dirty, extremely dirty, and I was inside me. I was very angry, but I need all my documents to be signed. So I bear with them very politely and calmly, and I was tapping my feet to control my anger.
Yes. Cool, because you needed the documents to be signed and you managed to control your anger with this technique. Is that the point? Okay,
yes,
good.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Shainai, you're next in line here on my screen. Would you like to tell us what you experienced in the meantime? Hello, yes. Shana?
Good evening, everyone.
ক্লাস হচ্ছে
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, actually, I'm in the hostel now in Bangalore. So I came from that side. So many girls are there. That's why I came outside. So until it's our dinner time. So
it's difficult to join for you.
yes, auntie. Actually, our warden will call us for also attendance and all. So,
okay, okay, Zainaj, because she's now in the yes.
8:30. 8:30. Can I join?
8:30. I think we might be finished. We will see. Okay, so the sooner you come, the better. Okay.
I will try to join at 3:30.
Okay,
After dinner,
fine.
we have to go for attendance. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Okay. So she's back to the nursing college.
I
so
see.
Precise schedule and
Yeah.
timetable for them.
Now, from the organizational point of view, I have a suggestion. I have ticked off the people who have already given their feedback, and shall we do it like that? Anyone here who has not spoken yet, can you please just raise your hand, with these reactions there? Where is it? Yes, you see my hand now? Okay. Everyone who has a story to tell or who thinks, yes, I have got a valuable contribution to make, to tell about a story where it helped me so that I can show the others as well how it helped. Could you please raise your hand now? And so that means you would like to give this feedback now. If not, oh yes, Moidol, here you are, yes? And in the meantime, also yes, so we have quite a few. Please leave your hands up so that I can ask you afterwards, okay? And second part of my suggestion, those who think, okay, everything has already been said, I don't want to repeat myself, they will be the first ones in the oral feedback round at the end then. Okay? Good. So, so where is Moidol? Has now disappeared from my screen, but Sona Naskar's hand is up. So please, Sona, can you start your video and tell us your story? Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Actually, I want to share an incident that I was going to my college. And I request Moidul to come or accompany with me as I am shy to speak, in public speech. So I request him, but he was not. So means he was unable to join. When I went to the college, everybody was in confused state, whom to ask. Everybody was getting fear whom to ask. A lot of question was there. Suddenly I got a courage. I got a courage to ask that and to the staff manager or department manager to the college that our question is there. So I asked. That was encouragement. I don't know from where it came, but I think it was a EFT that I done in my home, and then also it happened in the post office. Post office, when I went to the post office department, that time also, that emotion means that encouragement I got to speak in the public speech. That was helpful for me. Thank you.
Great.
Great. Nice.
I think it's because of the EFT. I'm sure it's because of that.
Yes,
Lots
Claudia.
of success stories here. Wonderful.
Super. Thank you, Sona. Thank you so much. I'm sure you help others as well by telling that. And now, Kanai, your hand is also up. Can you please take the stage?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Now I'm going to share my story. This recent day we are having in accountancy, we are being taught tax. I know everybody know about tax that we have to pay to the government.
Yes, of
that
course.
word there is consist of 3 words: tax. But inside that tax, it's a different wall, huge wall. There are many sections, and like this was taught by my teacher to me, to all my students. But as it was so huge, means I couldn't take everything inside. I was not feeling concentrated. It was very new to me, and I was feeling like I will burst. So much I was taking, and I was losing concentration. Then I just, on that point, I was checking through my WhatsApp, and I got that yes solution, and I just tried it. I just, for 10 minutes, I closed my eyes, and I was seeing as if I got inside my body, and I was going to those places where I was feeling like I'm getting a negative illusion from there. And when I was reaching there, and I was telling release the root cause, from that place, the cause was getting released, and I was feeling light over there. Then it was changing from from the body parts, like it was going to the legs as I was sitting badly. So I just changed the position. Then again, the negative position, that feeling was went to my head, and my head was like paining so much. Then I just stayed for 5 minutes in my brain, and I was telling release the root cause, and finally it was released. And I just drank a little bit of water, and I was feeling like concentrated. I gained the concentrated, and really it helped me a lot. Every time when I feel like I cannot concentrate, I just do the yes solution, and I get concentrated. And I'm very thankful for this, Monica. It
Wow.
really helped me a lot. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you for the story. Wow. It's great.
You changed the
Really,
lives
every
of
time
so many of our students.
it's really helpful.
Oh my God. Great.
Good.
Oh, so cool to hear.
And
Wow.
Janet also. Yeah.
Thank you. That was yes solution. All the others so far was more or less EFT, but now that was a yes solution story. And Jagat, yeah, thank you for raising your hand. Can you tell us your story?
Yes. Should I start?
Go ahead.
I use this message tip in class. Means what happened in my class? The teacher, they ask 98% of the students, they remain silent. Only 1 or 2 students they answer. If the teacher asks you, if the teacher asks, did you understand? Then also everyone remains silent. I also one of them, means I fail means 98% of the student, I was in 98%. I didn't used to answer. Now before the class, I do this message, and I say to myself, I have to be more energetic. If I don't know the answer, then also I say, sir, whatever I know, I say, and then I say, sir, this is the thing I don't know. But before before I don't used to say anything, and whatever the means I don't know, that I didn't go to ask the teacher. So this thing is study.
Unfortunately, you see, Raju told me, Azad, that your connection is really problematic today because of the very, very bad weather. So that's
Yeah.
so it gave you courage. Is that what it all boils down to? This technique gave you courage that you did not have before.
In order to face the fear, means, now I have the courage to speak in the body.
Yes, cool. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Monika.
Thank you for trying it out. Great. You just did it yourself.
So I just have to. So Jagat and Sona has also already spoken, hasn't he? Yes, Sona.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you have to can take down your hands. So, is anyone else who would like Moidul? I saw your hand up earlier on, but now I don't see it anymore.
Yes, can you hear me?
Here you are, Moidul. Yes. Okay.
My story is, like few days before, I was struggling a lot with my documents, and my problem is similar to that of not first, not said. So my documents were not not the same. I had different details in my documents. So it was quite a havoc for me. So I was I had to visit many bureaucrats, then the police, and many people who could help me. But actually, whoever I visited, they all told me lies that yeah, they can help me, but actually they couldn't. So they were all lying me and monsters basically. So I was very much I was very much frustrated to see the different colors of the people So, I was very much new. So this thing frustrated me a lot, and I was having many kinds of negative thoughts, and it was affecting me a lot. But still, this solution of Monica, it helped me because I was motivating myself that yes, still I can do, still I have the hope, still there's a solution. When I was not seeing any solution, but still I just feel that okay, there's a solution, and I can get rid of this, and I can make things happen. And on that time also, I was in constant touch with Sabina and Claudia, and they have helped me a lot. And that yes, I should stay on the track, and I should not give up, and I should give my all efforts to do this. And then finally I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks to Claudia, Sabina, Monica. I was not alone successful in this technique. We all, we have been successful altogether. Thank you so much.
So it's not only the technique, sometimes you just need also a little help from your friends.
And one last point, I know that Ella, that you have been practicing these techniques for a long time as well, haven't you? So in a nutshell, where does it help you most, or in which situations does it help you most?
It helps me most in emotional situations like sadness, as you mentioned before. Also in my body, if I have pain in my body, then I do the technique. Even sometimes when during a night flight or so on, I have whatever pain in the body, then I just do it in my head. I just tap all points just in my mind, and that helps. I always get sleepy afterwards. But I always get a bit tired when I finished.
But that's an interesting aspect. You can even imagine tapping only even the thought alone of tapping, even if you can't do it. That's incredible, amazing. And I think, Monika, this is now the time for you to take over. And as I said, to everyone who has the feeling he or she wants to say something, please keep it at the end. And at the end, the ones who have not said anything will be the ones to start. Okay, so Monika, now the stage is yours.
First of all, thank you for all the feedbacks, and especially now to tell us the story you already got with a little exercise. I just had a few window what I just told you about, and that you find all yourself how to work on that. And again, you can't do anything wrong with that. It's just as it as you already experienced, it's all about the focusing and the leading of yourself. And if you tell that to your body, to your brain, to your emotion, to your nerves, it's getting in. It's getting in because we have muscle memories and they are really huge. So trust in that, whatever happens and whatever it is. And we all have that. And even if I'm doing that, I'm still struggling with things, of course. I had again, yesterday I had a concert and I thought for myself, no, normally I'm not that nervous, but it was new and we had little, I don't know if I'm, I started to struggle again with myself all the time in a little way. And I just go backstage and do, okay, now you know yourself. It's again the same play around. And I'm doing that. And really, I start to laugh immediately to say, oh my God, I'm explaining that to all the people and it worked. Come on, of course it works for you too. Of course it works. But still, just to say, to tell you, don't stop it. It's always the same. We're just human beings and emotions are emotions. They come and go, whatever it is and whatever it brings you to. So, and yeah, there are situations where you have another emotions and combined with this your solution, I'm so happy with that because yeah, solution is this it's on top for me. It's so to say, what does the English word Weiterführung top on? Luisa, you have your microphone on.
I had to unmute my microphone.
Yeah.
Your continuation.
Yeah, it's kind of continuation. Thank you. Dictionary, Luisa. It's kind of that because there you have to focus on the feeling what you have in your body, and there is a feeling. This is the if you have an emotion, you feel it in your body, and you did it quite good. As you said, you felt it in your stomach, you felt it in your head. Focus on that, release root cause, and that's it. And it sounds easy because it is. And this is the things. Just to go on with that, try that out. And what Karobi, I think you said that. Sorry, because you said, okay, you don't know about the technique, but you just did, yeah, okay. And this is the same what you're doing. You just believe. You just believe in that and do that and say, okay, I can do that.
I can do
Nothing
that.
else. So if you do it like that, it's meridians. We have all of your body. Just do it whatever you have. And if you have the spots now, you can see on the other workshop we had the last time. Just do that, and you see the confidence. It's all about the confidence and your self-confidence about that, because we have anger.
I used to count that 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10, and then.
What does the thing is? What does counting mean? You're focused on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. And the focus is all about focus on the feeling, focus on the emotion, focus on yourself, and then go. It's all about that. Whatever, there's just coloring around in leading yourself. If it's EFT, if it's your solution, if it's counting, take it as a tool package for you. It's just another few tools I gave you just to have a huge package of whatever tool is now you have to work on. There's different situations, and sometimes you need that, and sometimes you need this one. And that's the thing, just to be able to be in the second to get the right tool for yourself. This is what I always just can say. Fill up your package with a lot of tools you can have, and then you can lead yourself, of course, much better with yourself. And so this leads me to the next tools for you, for your voice. Of course, this is my main competence, so to say. And I have a few tricks. Just it's even if I'm a singer, I have to talk a lot, of course, and we're using the same vocal cords from singing and speaking. Of course, we don't have different ones. It's just another tensioning of the vocal cords. Do you know all about of you? It's where the vocal cords are situated. Question: where could they be? Did you ever ask yourself where they are? So raise maybe a virtual hand if you say it's. Are we agreeing that it's somewhere here?
Mhm.
Great. So it's not somewhere here. It's really it's
Hard.
here. Good. Great. Are there was heißt senkrecht oder waagrecht? Oh my God.
Vertical or horizontal?
Yes.
Okay. Vertical.
Ho is for vertical.
So no, sorry.
What?
No. I don't know.
Can you give me just a reaction or a hand or like that for vertical?
I'm not quite sure. The vocal cords.
Okay.
I think they're like that. Horizontal. And who is for the horizontal?
Vertical.
Okay. So how can you see that we are breathing? Yeah, we're breathing in. When we breathe in, where could and we have to talk. That means we are building a tone of that. So just to get your answer, how can two strings build a note when the air is coming here? Is it from here or is it from here?
It's horizontal.
It's horizontal, yeah.
Yes, it's like that. So that's the easy one. So it's important to know where your instrument is and where it sits. And this really, really, really small. They're just 17 to 24 millimeters. So they are really, really small. And they are surrounded with ligament. And this is flexible. This is a flexible mucus. The flexible mucus was the wave, is what the Schwingungen.
Yeah, the
vibrations.
Vibrations. Oh my God, so easy, but what the vibration is doing, and of course, the louder we are, or the higher we are talking, the more vibration is in. The lower we are talking, the less vibration is, of course. And we can do, of course, like melodies in the language, not even in singing, of course. And they are flexible. We can they can move. And the thing is, what we have to be healthy speaking or singing is that we have constrictor muscles here. And if the constrictor muscles are too tensioned, they put a cave on it, and the cave just if it's too strong, it's too active, the vocal cords cannot vibrate in an easy way. This is how our instrument is working. And for that to release here our constrictions, if we have one, we need a support. Do you know what a support is?
Pause. What makes you stronger? Where it is, you mean?
We support ourselves. That it's always a good and the best way for that. So it's called support. Support is the breath control in a way. And I love the word because we're supporting ourselves. This is what we want. And support is the breathing control, and especially when you are completely nervous and you have to talk, and I know that a lot from people, the heart is racing and your voice goes up there and you get a dry mouth and whatever, and it's cramped and the voices don't doing anything what you want. So it's completely important that you can rely on your support, and now we're doing that, and I just explained what the support is. When we breathe in, you can hear this under our
ribs.
Under active rib. Yes, there is the diaphragm. And if the diaphragm goes down, when you breathe in, diaphragm goes down and diaphragm goes up again. Feel it here. Just put the hands here. If you breathe in, you feel the ribs go out. Breathe out. Ribs go back again. So there exists no stomach breathing in a way. We're called that because there is no air, hopefully, in our stomach. It's going in the lungs. And what is about is that the diaphragm goes down. Of course, it makes our stomach in a way bigger, but it's not about air. It's just about the organs. So what we need is that we have a long time speaking voice and a good. A second, just turn on the phone. To get our breathing area and our longer breath, we just have to convince the diaphragm to stay down longer, because the breathing progress is diving and breathe out. It's just 2 seconds. It's not a lot for speak a longer phrase or sing a longer phrase, for example. But if you speak a longer phrase and you want to do that and not without breathing and high breathing, you have to control the diaphragm, because we cannot control exactly the diaphragm because it's a muscle who's doing it yourself. Otherwise, we have to think about, oh my God, I have to inhale in. We just died. So this is doing by himself. But what we are doing is that we say, okay, Mr. Diaphragm, just go on a little longer up there. So what does that mean? We do an exercise. If you're breathing like that, and then we do the exercise with an S or an F. And you try to keep out the ribs, and then tell me what happens. Are there any muscles who help you out to keep the ribs out? Okay, let's go in. And try to keep the ribs out during. And of course, diaphragm goes up again. But there are muscles, when you feel them, there are muscles who help you that you have this longer airflow. Did you feel which muscles they are? Any idea?
Stomach.
Of course, stomach. And then anyone else? Any muscles?
Back.
Cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles.
Cardiac, you mean the heart here? This the chest?
Oh no, not.
No, that will be maybe too difficult. It's just, we have a lot of muscles. We have a lot of muscles here in the stomach. If you just start to cough, try it out. One cough. What do you feel?
The stomach is moving.
Yes, you have an impulse from the stomach, from this stomach muscles. Could you also cough without this impulse? Try.
No, it's not possible.
So you always have this impulse for that. And if you do a louder shouting out somewhere out there with there's a friend out there and you say, hey, you could try that out.
We have to
yeah. Just try. Hey.
1, 2, 3, everybody together.
Everybody's doing it by himself, just to feel. You don't have to open up the microphone, just to do it. Yay! If you're not too loud and if you don't have to be quiet, of course, but if you can, just imagine that you say, yay! Or in a football stadium, yay! Where do you feel it? Did you feel any tension here?
Definitely.
Yes. So what we need is we have to control our airflow within our muscles, because this releases this one and we have freedom for our voice. That means, because when we're too hard here, we are talking from the throat, and this is not healthy. Especially you have to talk long and you have to talk loud if you have a speaker or something like that, and you want a good and big voice and not too shaky or stuff like that. So you need this supporting, and for that, just grab your one hand here at the solar plexus and the other one at the navel. You can see me, navel. And if you do that, rock the support like yay, 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 yay. Just come on, do it with me, all by yourself. Everybody, putting your hands here and one hand here. And then you feel yay, yay, yay. It's moving out and it's moving in. And now it's not about the movement, it's about the resistance. Now just try to have a resistance in that. That means if this is moving out, it's of course moving in the same part. So we just feel the tension. Yay, yay. And then you have more power. Can you try that out for yourself? Yay. And you feel that. So that means when we want to support is holding back the breath, that we can hold out the ribs, and the ribs were hold out with our stomach muscles or with our back muscles. That means we have a resistance, and if you have a resistance, it's just an easy function. There is the diaphragm, normally it goes up like that, and if we have the stomach muscles, it makes it in a longer way. So that means we have longer time for more airflow and for more more control. The breath control is all about that, and that's an easy one. And if you just grab your hands here, let's set up with me. Grab your hands here, and if you stay like that and you feel that the hands are putting in the waist, in the waist here, and you say yay again, you see moving the hands a bit, yay, yay. Can you feel that? That you have a much more supporting yourself. If you're talking really, really loud, yay, you can do that because you are having here this impulse. Can you feel that? Yay. And it should sound easy for your throat. It's no constriction out there. And this is all about support, is holding back the breath in a continuous movement, but with resistance. Of course, it has to move up. If you just fix it there, of course you cannot fix, because we need the airflow. Is that a way just to feel? It's all about the body and the body movement. Because why am I telling you that? If you are in front of people, or you have to speak, and you know all about the things what I told you before, that you have a dry mouth or shaking, and you feel your heart race. If you go for more support, you will be more stable for that. And always go for volume. That's the most the best trick and tool ever. If you're shy or something, go for volume. Don't go holding back, or let yourself go inwards. Always go outwards. It's like I'm always combine it or with driving a car. If you're driving a car and you have was heißt das, untertourig fahren, oh Gott. You have a gear where you have two legs of,
and you are too slow.
The car is like that. So give him a bit more speed, and then you are stable in that. And this is always helping, because if you feel now, okay, stability, the stability goes back and you calm again. So always go for volume and support yourself. The supporter muscles, you can work on that when you just try it out with like yay, yay, and feel the stomach. So this is one part of it. It's like speaking or singing with our voice is just driving a car. We need the wheel. This is the support. We could have the best car ever. If we don't have a wheel, we just can go just straight ahead and that's it. So this is not very far. So take the wheel and take the lead with your support. Is that clear for that? So this is our support muscles, how they work. And this is this is yin. And now we need yang. It's called kind of place of the voice in a way, but it's not only the sit where the voice is, because we know where the voice is, but it's about giving the note a contour. Let's see, it's the gas where we have to put on, and it's called twang. Did you ever hear about anything like twang? Did you hear about a word?
No.
What could it be? So the twang is something what happens in the throat if we have the, oh my God, the larynx, and it's building up like a Trichter. Was it this? Oh God, larynx. Inside there.
Sorry, it's a funnel. A
It's a
trichter is
funnel.
a
Thank
funnel.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, funnel. That's so good. So if we have this funnel, and at the end of the vocal cords, there are two like two things up there. They're called Stellknorpel. Keine Ahnung, was das in Englisch heißt.
Just fixing points or whatever.
It's just an atomic production what we're doing. That means we just smaller our larynx at the bottom. We smaller it. What does that mean? If you have where you Gartenschlauch,
a hose, a garden hose,
a garden hose. Yeah, you need that. And if you have these wide ones and you just want to turn it smaller, you can be more precise. And when you twang here, when we smaller it, our larynx funnel, we can be more precise. Yeah. So how can we smaller our larynx funnel? It's just an easy exercise. We just do eng, 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 eng. Let's do that. It's like driving with the motorcycle. Eng, 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 eng. Just try that out. How that sounds. Try for yourself, and tell me what you feel. What you're feeling. Eng, 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 eng. Can you feel what the tongue is? The tongue, the side of the tongue, is on the upper molars and the back. Eng, 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 eng. Yay, 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 yay. Can you feel that? Can you hear the difference? That it's really a really dense. We have a high density now in the note. That means when we have a little support and we have the twang here, eng, 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 yay, yay. It costs me nothing and it's fantastic loud. Try that out. If you wanna, whatever, order something to drink and you are in a extremely crowdy bar, and you can say, you know about that, and you twang a little more. Everybody can listen to you, and you don't hurt your throat. That's amazing for that.
Monica.
Yep.
When I'm trying, it's kind of like coughing kind of thing I'm having. When it's getting vibrated over here, I'm feeling like cough.
Do it again. Oh, your video is. I wait. So can you tell me again, because I really didn't hear you that good. What did you do? Because
Actually, when I'm trying, actually the thing I'm trying, what you do now, so it's getting like getting over here vibrated in the throat, and it's like feeling like coughing.
Okay, no. If it don't feel comfortable, it's something wrong. Always trust your feelings. Always. Yeah. So just in doing that, yeah, 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 eng, 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 eng. It's just you feel it here inside there, somewhere. Yeah, 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 yeah. you know, like that. If you're talking like, well, it's so easy, just a little bit up there. And you feel yeah, yeah, yeah at the word yeah. You feel the tongue up there. If you try it again, just you don't feel it here. Of course, you feel the vibration because vocal cords are vibrating, but it should not feel uncomfortable. Be careful. It could not be anything wrong. If you feel wrong, then go for a better position. It's like I was always saying the first position in dancing. You have to have a position. It's like that. The position is like that. If you're talking, and I'm talking always with a little bit twang because I'm talking a long time. If I don't have the twang, I can't. I'm losing my hold, and so this makes me tired in my voice when I'm talking too long. You know, this is just a helping thing. If you are baking a cake, there's the bottom of the cake. This is the support. And then to fill in whatever you want to fill in, a biscuit or a chocolate thing, you have this ring around. Can you follow me? And this ring around.
Baking tin.
Yeah.
That is called baking tin.
Okay. This baking ring you need, this is the twang. And whatever comes in, we always need for a healthy production of a sound. If it's spoken or if it's sung, it's just a note. It's just a sound. We need these two to be in a healthy way. Doesn't matter how long you're speaking, doesn't matter how, whatever. It helps yourself to be stable. That means it's like a little coat. Every note, what goes out of my mouth, has this little twang coat on before it goes out. Doesn't matter if it's like breathy sound or hey or hey. I'm just not hurting my voice because I know how to do and how to work with the tools of that. So if you want to go in for a speaking and so yeah, let's say okay, then you can do that in a healthy way. So this is like we call it effects. But just for you to know how to speak is this little tools, these two amazing bottom tool, all of whatever comes next. If we are singing or speaking in a sound color, what is more deep or more down, or it's a sound color what's like very slightly or high up there. We need support and twang. This is yin and yang, and these two are working together. And even if it, as you said, Azad, if it hurts a bit more, or you feel it tickling, then go for, there is just little faults. Maybe you have too less or too much of support, could be, or too less or too much of the twang, or it's the wrong vowel, or it's the wrong setting in there. This is it. And just to try that out. This is all about having a good feeling about yourself, because I just can hear and can listen to that, but you have to feel it. So trust your feelings always. Yeah, so this is the two tools we have. And if you're doing that and wanna try that out, just do it in a loud way. And when you go for a speaking or you have to speak in front of your presentation, go for a few exercises before to say yay, whoa, and to feel your resonance all about, and then go for volume 4, and then go on with volume 7. How does that feel? And then you can find your basic and your balance in that. And that it's so important. And then you can play around, because you never lose your setting and you never lose your stability in that. And that's an important thing, especially when you're nervous. And I know about that. Well, this would be it for the first. So if you have, if anybody is want to work in trying that out with me to see how support is working and how your setting is here, where you feel the twang and where you feel the noise and the resonance, let's go for that. A few words. And I get, maybe Azad, that you said to me that it's and if you want to try, and let's listen. What did you do? What tickles? Now it's that's an amazing exercise for us all. So it's maybe yeah. So when you do it again, where was the fault, or where you felt okay, this was not quite okay? When you did what?
When I'm trying to use my vocal, at that point of time, I'm getting a kind of vibration which is leading my feeling like cough. So I'm thinking, yeah. So what is the trick or the steps how to catch the word? So we start like straight away, or there is a step. Yeah.
I didn't hear the whole sentence because it was yeah, bad understanding. But if you do just the position, it's just the yeah just gives you the position. It's just the word where you felt the most. Hey, it's just the position of the tongue. And if you push up the tongue like that more, yay, you feel it up there, and the resonance is here. It's not here. It's not yay like that. This is really not healthy. You can feel and you can hear that. And that strengthens my voice extremely. So we just always like, okay, up there. Yeah, to have a round, high, full density voice. And that's it. This is just a to have to have the tongue up, that you felt. Of course you cannot do the tongue up the whole time when you're speaking. It's just the first position in a way, to have the feeling that it's up again. Is that clear in a way? All right. Anybody who wants to do it, just to see or to feel where the setup is? Girls and boys.
Just choose, Monika.
Maybe I choose. Let me see. Don't get up your video.
Everybody's.
We can
off the camera.
Yeah, don't do that. I can see you then. So next to me is Samrat. What? That's a good. I think it's a good exercise, because now you're getting nervous, maybe in doing like this is where you need it. Okay, let's go for just a nice yeah.
Do I have to turn on the microphone?
Yes, Samrat.
Of course. I have to
repeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Yes. How does it feel?
It's like the sound is coming from the throat in the vocal.
Yeah. The sound always comes from the throat, of course, because we know the instrument, the sound is built in here. Thank God.
I'm like to say that most effort is coming from the throat, not from this.
Yes. So then let's try. The support is the most important thing before, because it helps you up, because we have this impulse here. And if you just put your hands here, and just to feel, you have to feel it before. Yay.
Yay.
Yes. Can you feel there's a little tension here, a little impulse? Yay.
Yay.
Can you feel that?
Yes.
And go for more volume.
Yay.
Yes, you go up higher, you see, when you go for more volume. Yay. And so let's like you jump in a
yay.
Good one. Good one. One more time.
Yay.
Good. Can you try also the support place for here in the waist? that you can feel, you feel your muscles go out there. Yay, a little bit in the waist.
Yeah.
Do they go out or in?
Yes.
Out or in?
Yeah. It's got in. It goes in. Means this one goes in.
Okay, then
Yeah.
but the
And
side.
this one goes out.
Yes, perfect.
Yes,
And
the
your
side one.
brilliant. The hands are your resistance. Yeah, the hands are your resistance. So you do a resistance.
Yes.
Good. Do it again. Yay! The more resistance you have with your hands,
Yeah.
the more support you have.
Yeah.
Good one. How does that feel?
I can feel more
How does it
tension
feel
over
here?
here.
How does it feel here? The sound is brilliant, but it's just my ear, you know, but I cannot feel it. You have to feel it. So tell me does it feel? Is it feel lighter? So is it, does it hurt anywhere?
Okay, I have to do it again too.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's not hurting that much.
Good. And now have to focus on that. We have focus on support. And then you say, yay, give the focus, just the focus on, okay, I set it here and my position.
Yeah.
Yes, in the same loudness.
Yeah.
Good. Like, yay.
Yay.
Good one. And how does that feel?
No, it's not hurting here. The sound means there is a vibration of it.
Good. So this is the setting where you can start. So if you have this loudness and you start to practice in volume 3 minimum to talk, because when you go lower in volume, you see, you lose your voice, of course. Of course, it can't be like a sound color, but to have a stable voice before, go always for this volume and listen and feel how you feel it here in connection, of course, with your support. And these are your support points. Where do you feel the support more? Do you feel it more here or more here?
Here only.
Here. Then take this one. It doesn't matter which one you take, but just when I say, okay, go for more support, you know where to do the more support. You know where to gain it. Is that okay for you? So thanks for picking me.
Thank you, Moni.
Great work. You did it well.
Thanks.
Cool. So it's just when you try that out, it's play around, and if you feel something is tickling, then go again with your tongue, and it's like I know that anybody of you is playing basketball. Is that right? Yeah. So many of you. So if you wanna go in the basket, what else? If you want to meet the basket, you have to have this hand has a complete perfect order, and this is the same here. And if you have a perfect position things, then we say we are in the center. And if you are in the center, we want to be always in the center, because there's the easiest way, of course, and there's the lightest way, and there's the much comfortable way for us. So always try to be in the center of that, and then you have always the great feeling and the most density voice. And then you will get yourself courage also, and you can feel then that it is so much fun to play around with loudness, to play around with the sound, with sound color maybe, or go up again, and you can presentate it with that, and you can take more of your personality in that.
To put this into daily life, because I think many have the problem, if you enter a room and you want to get attention. You speak to the principal, you speak to the teacher. So would you recommend to make this kind of exercise Samrat now just did, like before, in a place, a quiet place, to make and just try it out and then enter the room? Is this your advice?
Of course, because it's so easy. It's just it needs maybe 1 minute. If you know what to say and they said, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Yeah. Good morning." Then it's the setup is here. It's like warming up. When I'm warming up, it's the same. Like yeah. I don't do anything more. I just get my warm up. Okay, there's my position. Yeah. Okay, well done. I'm finding it in a second. And then you can and say hello, good morning, and then yeah, you see that's a brilliant, nice like chocolate in your body also. And then you feel yourself more comfortable, and then you can go on. And then you don't have to and needs 2 minutes more. And this is the first impression is gone.
Because I think many are not aware that a voice needs more warming up. Because I know it from the radio as I'm speaking there, that when I, for instance, drive to the studio, I sing in the car to have my voice warmed up. I won't sing now, but no, not in front of you. But I think that many are not aware that your voice needs the warming up. And so when you, as you said, when you enter the room, your voice has to be strong already and not just telling the first hello entering the room, because then your voice very often is like, how do you say, spröde. How do you say?
Creaky.
Creaking. Yes.
Before.
Of course. And it doesn't mean warming up doesn't mean that we have to warm up the muscles. We have to focus on the positions, what we need when we have to speak now. That means warming up to doing this exercise, that we have the positions, because it's not a big muscle like legs. Yeah, but this warming up means more about vibrationing. Okay, like the whole vocal strings has to vibrate. The position should be clear. And if you go whatever in the supermarket, or you order just bread or something like that, try that and say, hello, I want whatever 10 kilogram of carrots, and then you yay, okay, you have that one. She will give, okay, maybe 20. So try to practice it in the daily business when you go shopping or you go meeting your friends and say, come on, could you please go there? And I said, yeah, okay, then this is it. This is the normal training, and it feels more comfortable for that. Try that out.
Lots of people do that, I think. In India, lots of people, because it's always very noisy.
So
everyone is shouting.
Exactly. So you have to be more louder then. So go for more twang and go for more edgy sound. A. So this is more twang means yeah. You see, this is extremely metal. In that. But it's always everybody can hear me in every bar I am, because I know how to use that, and this is good in your daily life to use that. So I just can appreciate that.
And Monika, I'm already thinking a little bit in the back of my mind of our home assignment, and where they will practice this and try it out. So as a warming up exercise, a concrete warming up exercise before a presentation. So would you recommend so this support thing, trying out this with noises where you cannot be heard? And the twang I'm not quite aware of, but maybe are there 2 or 3 more warming up tricks? Once I heard about that, saying "Die Jäger jagen im Wald" in German, saying a sentence. So I'm looking forward to my presentation. Things like that, or any other of these things that they can practice before the immediate presenting of a topic.
Yes,
somewhere secretly.
It doesn't mean that you have to be loud warming up, you know. It's just when you say like yeah yum 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 bang like that, it's enough. You don't have to yell at somebody the whole time.
Humming is also good. Okay,
humming is also good, but not in the back. It's like delicious meat. This is it. It's in the front. Or brrr, that's amazing. This lip roll brrr, freshens up a little bit. Brrr, like yeah. To see that. I always take the fingers here because brrr, if it stops. Brrr, yes. You're great, Louise. That's a good one. Perfect example. So like lip roll. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Like delicious food all over. Or vang, like the position of the tongue, way up high. Even if or especially when you go up in the morning and your morning voice is like creaked. Go for more setup like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's in the second you can position it here. And if you don't have that time to wake up an hour before speaking,
Yeah.
if you have to be there somewhere, whatever, 10 minutes later because you fall asleep and the bell didn't ring, so or the clock didn't ring, so you can do that. So this is just easy. What it's not always the loudness. The loudness is just for support muscles work on, but they are still working the whole time, not in the complete way, always in volume 10, of course, just whatever you need. And if you also take I don't know, a newspaper and say, oh, ladies and gentlemen, today blah blah blah, you can listen to yourself or read out loud if nobody listens to you, or you have to prepare a speech. Don't even just read it, speak out loud. Then you see where, because you have to follow your voice also and listen to your voice, not always no just reading. I always say, come on, read out loud. It's this exercise also.
But for speaking then in front of people, also the position is very relevant, isn't it? How you stand, that you are like stable on the floor, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And you can remember our status. The highest status.
You didn't tell us here. You were telling in the TV show, but you didn't tell us here yet.
Okay,
that's why I was waiting.
So then let's go up. Everybody stand up with me. I see your cameras. Come on, stand up. Okay, if you stand up, and it's all about high status and low status in our mind. And if you go in and you feel nervous, of course your shoulders immediately go down and makes yourself a little smaller. So for the exercise for ourselves is we are now positive egoistic, and we say, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am the biggest. I am the biggest. I'm the greatest. Like we go around with that and say, I am the greatest. Of course. If you don't know, I know already. I am the greatest. And I can do that. I'm the greatest. I am the greatest star. And then go in with that. And then you have the status for yourself. That's it. It doesn't mean that this is egoistic. It's just you can also do okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, but that doesn't matter. You can do that or you couldn't do that. But we better do that because we are fantastic. I am fantastic. I am great. You go for that and then go in. 2 times, roll back the shoulders like that. Breathe out and say, okay, I am the greatest. And if there's something coming in, and then you do that. Even I'm a bit nervous, maybe a bit. I love myself and care for myself. Like that. And then you go in. And this is, I think, if you don't have time, thanks for sharing. If you don't have time, this doesn't just need, I think, 2 minutes. And you always have 2 minutes. Even if you go to the toilet, it's more than 2 minutes. You can do that on the toilet. I am the greatest. You do that a bit, and then yum, and then you will see, go on and rock the stage.
Cool. And Monika, I think, and Claudia, I do not want to interrupt here, but to give our coaches then the chance to reflect and think and ask questions, shall we give them their home assignment just in between now, just as a sort of interlude, and then continue, but with their task in the back of their mind, so that there's enough time for asking questions and discussion? Would that be okay, Claudia?
But wouldn't the questions now?
Or shall we have the questions now? Yes,
I'm done with it within and yeah, give me questions.
So questions now maybe is a good idea. Before we move on, and only if there are no questions anymore will I then go on. So, folks, any questions so far? Is there anything you would like to ask? Monika.
Yell at me.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
What Monika is telling like about that actual practice about I'm like, yeah, it works because I did it sometime before and it works. But Monika, my question is like how should I talk so that the person, how to know that how to convince someone?
I think I didn't understand.
Can you maybe write it in the chat, Moidul, because the connection is very bad. We don't hear you.
Or maybe the microphone nearer to your mouth.
Or you moved the microphone nearer to the mouth. It was not. I couldn't understand what you were saying. What is the question?
I think your microphone is here. Could you put it just to your mouth nearer?
So my question is like how to convince someone.
How to convince.
How to convince.
Convince someone. I mean, maybe this is not about a position in your mouth. I think convince with what?
With a self-confident voice, Moidul means, I think.
Yes.
I think you have to make the difference between, what here the method, the volume of your voice, and that you are convincing with your body language. This was what Monika was talking about, but there still has to be a content, what you are saying is very important. And for this, of course, you need to prepare. If you have a speech, you have to know what to say. So it's not only your position of your body or your voice, the convincing thing, but your words, of course. This is another topic, we were now speaking about your body language and the voice has a how do you say, so the way you are telling something is already very convincing, but of course you have to choose the right words.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So these are two very important factors, I think.
But this is a way for your appearance and for your first impression, This is the one of this two parts of that, what Claudia said, yeah. But this is a good tool for you, for your presentation, for your self-presentation. But that, yeah, then you have something, some words.
Yeah. But still, it makes a big difference if you speak very soft, because even then you can have the most intelligent speech or arguments and people are not listening to you because they don't understand your words. So what Monika said today was vital, for people listening to you. I was telling you, I think in the first session, my story that I was very shy speaking in front of a microphone and nobody listened to me. And then I learned, and it was the same exercise that Monika told us today. A coach told me, enter the room and say hello very loud and speak really loud and precisely. So the people just, they get you, you are here. And very often you're not the only person entering a room. If you have a meeting, for instance, in my radio station at 9 a.m., we start with the meeting of the journalists. So there are like 20 people standing or sitting. And then everybody has to tell about the stories, the headlines of the day. So when you're discussing, the ones who is the loudest will get story. So very often you are in a position where you have to be like very strong with your voice. And I think Monika today, she gave us a very important fundament for all this.
Mm-hmm.
And so convincing starts with the voice, but then the words have to follow.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions? But maybe some questions will arise when you hear your homework, where you have to apply the things, the tips that you have received today. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Yes, your feedback we will get in a minute. And now, what's your homework until next time? We have come up with this idea that you choose a book that you really like and that you would like to recommend others to read because it has given you such incredible insights, and you prepare yourself for selling this book in our next session to us. Yes, at the end of your 1-minute presentation should be the result that we all want to buy your book and to want to or go to the next library and borrow your book there, because you are selling your book to us. And you use the tools and tricks that you have learned today by doing this in a really, really convincing way. Can you imagine what you are expected to do here? And by the way, Claudia, but we can talk about that if, for example, if volunteers, just volunteers, say, oh, I don't want to do it live in the session, I want to do it on a video and send the video, would also be okay on a voluntary basis. No obligation, okay? But the main thing is that you have a sort of 1-minute pitch where you sell a book to us that we should read because it has influenced you so much. And it has also got to do with our next guest speaker, but this will be at the end, Claudia, okay?
Yes.
So, where you then use, before you do it, before you go to the Zoom session, you can do this. Or you can warm up your voice and play with the support, whatever. And so we are killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You have a cool home assignment, and on the other hand, you are applying the tools you learned today. So any questions now?
So if you have any questions, Monika is here. It's her second session. So now there's the chance still to ask her something.
I have my last question.
Yes, which one?
Yeah, actually, I am having some problems still. I'm trying to explain. The thing is that my job is kind of selling things. So how to grab the people's mind or heart? You are doing a singing concert. So the main thing, you have to control the audience and you have to keep the audience to watch you and you have to entertain them. So similarly, how in the field of, sales job, how we can speak in front of the mass and try to explain them about the product and how to make them understand, and they are really can understand me what I'm trying to tell, that they also have to
what you are
be
saying,
very attentive what I am telling.
And I know what you want to say. Maybe Monika has something to tell about this too, but this will be the topic of our next session. We will have a businessman with us, and we have the topic how to sell a product and how to sell yourself. So it's exactly the answer on your question. I was choosing him because I know also about, selling is always important. Monika, to sell oneself, to tell about yourself. So people are just attracted.
Great.
But do you have anything to say on this question, Monika? Because
I just can relay on what you said when I have to speak in front of a stage and to get the audience, like yesterday a concert, to go through a concert. I really prepare moderations. I really prepare what I say when. It's like a show concept, you know, and I have my red lines, what I want to tell, or which stories I want to share about. It's not, and of course, sometimes I just change, but there is a red line I always have to say, okay, this is why this happened there and that, and I have a plan. What do I say? And which is the topic what I want to speak about. And if you're not free enough before, write it down like a moderation and learn it. And
Yes.
then you get your own words after doing it. But if you're not, write it down like moderation and learn it. And then you feel, okay, how comfortable you get with that. And this is the only thing. Don't trust yourself just to be, okay, I'm flexible. No, then because then you're stuck sometimes. And then you can help yourself in writing it down exactly.
This is also my experience. Preparation is one of the most important keys and tools for whatever you're doing.
And then you are flexible, of course, in that. Of course. Yeah.
For instance, if you speak to comedians or actors, they know exactly what they are going to say, and then they work on the effects like pauses. A pause is very effectful when you're telling a story, and then before you come to the plot or the main point or the joke, and you make a pause, everybody will just like stick on your lips and wait to know what's now the clue of the whole story. So pauses, people don't dare to make pauses, I can tell you, working on the radio, but when you learn that, you have lots of effects. But you have to be prepared, just telling a story, like not having, like you said, the red line that you just lose the attention of the people because you're not focused on what you want to say. Then people get bored. So preparation is the main thing. And then you can work on your effect, on your stage presentation, on everything. So I completely understand how you're working, Monika. It's 100 points. It's more experience than I have when you get the people.
Hard work. Oh, it's really hard. Yeah.
Any other questions?
I was really impressed to listen to you, Samrat, today, because I know that you speak usually very softly and you're very quiet. And now when you made this exercise and you started to, put some pressure on your volume and your voice, it was a completely different, personality you showed. So I think this showed the effect on Monika's exercises, that you're just entering a room, being straight and speaking loud, makes you a very impressive and strong personality. Everybody of you, each of you will have this experience.
Good.
Start yelling to the butcher.
Yes. Shall we ask some people for their feedback now? So that it would really be nice if everyone present here appeared on the stage, so to speak, at least for half a minute, so that we can have the chance to listen to each of you present here in this session today. So I'm really asking Jagat now to unmute his microphone and maybe also start the camera. No, in fact, everyone, can everyone now please switch
we
on
need
the
a
camera?
picture. Also, Louise, we need a picture of today's session.
Oh yes, we need a picture of today's session. So please, everyone,
prepare.
Everyone switch on the camera, please. So Biswajit, video start. Milan, video start. Anita, we have not seen you at all. Sergio, video start. Yeah. So we have now 20 people, so that's 16 from India. Yeah, it's all on my screen. Anita and Sergio. Otherwise, only your names are there. And Shanai, she's now coming as well. She's now coming back.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with the first one. I don't need my scarf.
Picture before.
Hang on.
Are we going to make the picture before? Maybe,
Yes.
Luisa? Or when
You know, I'm now preparing for the ready for takeoff for the picture. No, sorry, this is I have to do it again. 1, 2, 3. So that I'm done. So ready for takeoff, everyone. 1, 2, and smile. Yeah. One more. We'll do one more, just in case some eyes were closed. Hang on. Here we go. Okay. I count to 3, and on 3 I make the picture. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and I can show you. I can quickly show you our. Okay, Bildschirmfoto number 2. Hang on. So, do you agree? Is everyone happy?
Nice.
Oh, Surjo has eyes closed.
Yes.
Okay, but I made one more. Hang on, where was the other one? This was the other one. So this look at me. So this was the picture number. Is that better? Surjo's eyes are open here. I send you both, okay, Claudia, and you decide.
Okay, but one is with everybody's eyes open.
So let's have one. So not cool, yeah. So let's have, if Raju, video start. If Raju could also switch on his camera, I make. Yes, Surjo. Yeah, Raju. Here we are. Okay, one more. Hang on. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'll show you. This one here. And Bildschirm. I'm not quite sure. Was it this one? Is that?
No, here Surjo has.
Okay, eyes closed. So next, so this one must be it. Oh, look at my eyes. Can you see it? I'm not quite sure if I'm sharing the screen.
Not yet.
I'm not quite. Yeah. Look at my eyes. But Sona, you are joining me. Oh, come on. I don't know what my eyes are like that. Okay. Screen sharing is jetzt gestoppt. So let's please one last one.
Yes, one. Okay.
One last one. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, and just 3. Okay, so this was the last one. Okay, and I'm going to share the screen. Is that okay?
Okay.
No one has, no, yes, so I take
not having the camera on, but okay.
Okay.
The feedback round, Luisa.
Yes, yes.
What are you going to take away with, with after class? What are the tools and impressions of this session? Luisa, we are going to ask this.
Yes, and it worked so well earlier on. If there are volunteers who really have to say something, and it should be someone who has not said anything today yet. Okay. I'm not quite sure. Surjo, we have not heard you today. So could you give us a feedback how you experienced this session today? And then I would like to ask our newcomer Tinko, could you be the second one then afterwards and tell us how you experienced this session today, okay? So, where's our first one? Where's Surjo now? He's no longer on my screen. Or Tinku, are you the courageous one? And can you tell us just in a few sentences, how was it for you today as a first time?
Yeah, I have liked it a lot. I have learned how to control my voice and how to speak politely with the people.
Good. Super. Thank you.
So you like to join us, Tinko? You like to join us? No choice to say no.
No pressure.
The pressure, no.
And here we have got Ramsam and Robin, or two, the brothers. Would anyone like of you to give us a feedback?
Yeah, I would like to give.
Okay, go ahead.
Monica, what you said that like I have liked that point a lot. That if you are shy, go loud, go outward, and like I should have more volume. And yeah, then only people can hear me. And even Claudia has also pointed out that same point that when you are loud, people tend to listen to you, and like they feel that okay, you are very attractive and you are very interesting, and it has worked for me, and yeah, it works for me. I like that. And another thing is like reading out loudly, because like when I was in the school, I always every day used to read out loudly, and I could listen my own words, and if I pronounce the word wrong, then I could rectify it by myself. So like that helped me, and it helped me a lot to speak publicly also, and I could like say it in the right way. And also that point that preparation is very important before any presentation. Like in our school assembly, I used to give a speech like on a regular basis. So, like I used to prepare a lot, and and when I was before the microphone, it just came spontaneously. It just came out spontaneously. So like it was a great technique to do, and preparation is very important.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Super feedback. Thank you. Anyone else?
Surjo is now here again.
Surjo, video start. You see, I've got the possibility to ask him to start the video.
Can I put my if I put my camera on, then my connection will go, I think. But I will try once. Can you see me now?
Here we are. Okay, Surjo. How was it for you today? We can't hear you.
So maybe you put the camera off and you speak?
No, he forgot to unmute.
Okay, yes.
Now
Now
we can hear you.
Yeah, these sessions are really helping us. Last week only our college got started, and in our first classes they told to introduce ourselves. So in Indian classroom, it's very common that no one you can also see that is responding, or no one wants to come first. So it was very easy for me because introduction was already it was a part of our Zuki sessions, and it was already taught in the Zuki session twice. We also made a video, so these sessions are really helping us, and Monika's sessions is also helping us because our classes got started, and each day we are having sessions from morning to 5 p.m. at the evening. So it is very stressful for us. And so, these methods, we go on tapping our feet so that we don't get stressed and we can concentrate. So these are really helping us. So I would be very thankful to Monika and all the Zuki members and which are for helping to hold these sessions.
Good.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Who was not speaking today?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, many are already don't have. Isn't it possible that you just save your data budget so that in the evening you still have enough? Because every time so many are telling us, in the middle we have to drop out because our data budget is over. Isn't it possible for one day to buy more or get more? No? Or to save it during the day? Is this not possible?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible to
Yes,
buy it
possible.
for one day, or like just for 11 rupees you can get it more. Just one
Yeah.
day or like.
Yes, this is also a part of preparation, I think, that you just divide it or that you save it.
What I do is like on the day of a Zuki session, I save my data. I do not use it just like I use it on the other day. So,
yes, so that's what I would assume. This is the best way for this session day, that you don't have to, because
Claudia.
the same people are having the same problem all the time.
but the people who are having classes, they
Yes,
can
I know.
they can buy
Can't save it.
more data on the day of a GP session. Just for GP 11, they can get 1 GB more data.
Yes, so it's possible to buy more data for just one day. This is possible.
Yes, it's possible.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Raju already
I think today it is raining heavily. That's why.
Okay.
There's a network issue.
I see.
And if the session, if it is possible, then if the session, if you keep in Saturday, Sunday, I think it will be helpful.
I know,
because
but
in
it's not
Saturday, Sunday we
possible
don't
for
have.
me. I'm working Saturday, Sunday. It's my days of the most heavy work for me, so I can't do it. I know that some of you told us already that it would be better, but yes, my radio show is on Sunday, so I'm working the whole weekend. This is my daily life. But would it be better if we are a little bit later with the session? Because now Signage told us that she and the others who will leave then for Bangalore, obviously the dinner is then between 7 and 8? Or is this then too late if we would start at 8 o'clock?
I think, Claudia, I think if you make it late, then some other people, they will also have some other problems. I think this time is okay. Good.
Okay.
Yes, this time is good.
Okay.
And you know that you are in our WhatsApp group. You are always most welcome to suggest, times or topics or whatever. That's what our group is for. Whenever you have ideas, don't hesitate to share them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and Ella, how was it for you? I like your smile. It was so nice for me to be sitting here in front of the screen and seeing you smile. So how was it for you, Ella?
I'm so happy and thankful that I can join you and get to know all your friends in India. I'm really thankful for that.
Thank you. Yes, it's 2 hours and even a little bit more are over. Monika, is it okay? What about you? What is your feedback?
I'm overwhelmed and impressed. First of all, thanks for the invitation, Claudia, and I'm always happy to give some wind beneath the wings to people. This is what I really love to, and if I can be a little part of it, that you can grow in whatever you're doing, I'm really happy and thankful. So thanks for joining and preparing that in a fantastic way, Louise.
The applause is for you now.
No, but it's really it's just it has to be a team, and you can be just good enough when you have a great team behind you, and this is what you all felt also with Zuki. So this is amazing work for that, and it's all about working together and leading and empowering people, and I'm just a little part of that, and I'm happy if you get something in your bag, some more tools in your some more tricks for your bags, so and you can go on. So thanks for inviting me, thanks for joining me, thanks for your for your input and output you already gave me, and hope to hear from anything else soon. I hope, of course, we will stay in contact, and Claudia will hopefully tell me what is going on and
of course.
And and I wish you all of you the best. Be a rocket and start over.
What's the stage of your life?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Monika. So before we come to looking ahead
Monika.
for the next session, Moidul, you want to say something?
Yes, actually, like I want to say to Monica, like, Monica, thank you so much for coming to our session and giving your valuable time to us. Like we are really privileged and honored to get you in our session. And the techniques that you have been teaching us, they are really helpful because I have seen the similar videos earlier on YouTube, and I have practiced them, and they really work for me. And like my friends, they are not able to say much about your techniques today because, like like first of all, they have to practice it. Then only they can understand it, the usefulness. Because today we have not done it, we have not put into practice, so we are not able to say much. But like when we put into practice and when it works like in a magical way, then only then we would be able to say a lot about the technique, and the techniques are really helpful. And yes, you have to believe in your techniques because you have been teaching to your students and they have done really well. Just like Conchita was one of your students. So we know that like it's going to work for us also.
Super.
Very much.
Thank you.
It was a
Very much.
pleasure. Thank you so
Thank
much.
Yeah. Okay. So, Claudia, you want to say a few words to our next speaker, or shall we surprise our coaches then with?
No. I will introduce him a little, also just with some words, because we are going back to business. We had, in April we had Claudius Neumeier with us, and then we turned on the topics of meditation, and now with Monika presentation and also techniques to calm yourself and get stronger. And he is the CEO of a company who is producing cereals. And he's the sponsor of Raju Kamat. So Raju, I hope you will be with us the next session too. I already announced him that you are going with also to join. And he has a very interesting life story. His mother died very soon and he had to take over the company. I think he was 20 or something. And now he made it the biggest company of cereals in Austria, who makes a very special sort of cereals, with biological ingredients. And we were discussing today, I was discussing with Florian what could be, apart from his life story and his lessons, the lessons he learned, could be useful for you. And then we were coming to the topic of selling something, selling a product, because he had to start to sell when he was 15, to go to the supermarkets and negotiate with them, taking the cereals. And I think you can learn a lot also for your life, because so selling is, a part of all our lives. I have to sell a story. When I have my radio show, I have to sell. Monika was in my show. She was my guest some months ago. I have to sell her life story, her personality. I have to sell my radio show. And so selling in so many respects is very important for you. And so we will talk about this with a very interesting, young, successful businessman. And I think it will be, again, a very interesting session.
Yes, and this will be in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, I will join.
In 2 weeks' time.
You will meet your sponsor on the Zoom screen.
Yes.
And you will get the exact time and date from us in due course, but it's today, a fortnight, 2 weeks' time, which is the 28th of September then.
Yes, it's Tuesday again, yes.
And the same time, we will see maybe the same time as usual, but you will get the details.
And don't forget the homework, because we will mix homework in between our sessions. So the selling of a book, you have read something which made you enthusiastic, and you are telling the others why should they read this specific book, and also use the technique of a strong voice and a convincing way of speaking. So we mix everything together, what we have learned.
Exactly. And as I said before, you decide, it's completely up to you whether you want to do it live straight away in the session, Or if you want to do it, to prepare it yourself in your own time pace and send us as a video, then I will just share it here on the screen for everyone to see when it's your turn. Okay? Good. So I think we have not forgotten anything, and yeah, there's just a quarter of an hour over longer than you.
Yes, and Monika has to head off to the parents' day
same
in the
with
school
me.
of your son.
Yeah, and same with me.
And you also have to head off.
I also have to leave. So,
okay.
Yes. Bye for now. Thank you for being such attentive listeners and looking forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Ready, steady, go.